To date, we have 19 murders, of which 15 were committed with the use of firearms. And that in itself is significant. If you go back to 2006, we did have significant number of murders as well. We had 35 murders in 2006. In 2015, we had 31 murders as well, which is significant when, on average, over the last 15 years, Barbados would have had an average of 25 murders a year, which is about 9 per 100,000. And so these spikes occur occasionally. However, what is different from 2006 and 2017 is the fact that 20% of those murders in 2006 were committed by use of firearms. Whereas in 2016, we saw that number increase to, even though there were only 22 murders, 16 were committed by the use of firearms, which is some 72% in murders committed by firearms use. And so, really, there is this trend, a change in trends, and so we are setting about to do all in our power to address the issue. In relation to firearms, we have revamped our anti-gun unit, where we have increased the numbers as well as retooled the personnel, and that unit is now performing extremely well, to the extent that with the assistance of the TRU, the SCATS unit, as well as the CID, we've been able to take some 44 firearms off the streets so far for the year. Yet, we're aware that several firearms are still coming into the country, and we are seeking to have that dialogue with our other law enforcement partners at our points of entry to ensure that we can reduce the number of firearms that are entering our ports. To do that, we have had some dialogue, and we are hoping that we can have joint training in relation to the entities involved, so that all of us will be on the same wavelength. And so, in addition to that, there has been a commitment from some of our law enforcement partners to recommit to sharing information and working with us to ensure that we take more firearms off the street and coming into the country. In relation to the murders, what we've noticed is that there is a change in terms of the persons committing these murders. Murders are being committed among persons that know each other, persons who are often retaliating because of the whole drug situation that exists, where narcotics is their turfs, and individuals are fighting for turf, and as a result there is ongoing feuds. What we are seeing is that many of the deceased persons are themselves the perpetrators of similar heinous crimes. And so what is difficult is that in the past, where persons would report these matters and cooperate with the police, that is no longer the case, in that many people are trying to exact their own revenge, and so are not willingly cooperating with law enforcement to ensure that the perpetrators are brought before the law courts. And that makes it extremely difficult to solve matters pertaining to gang violence.